Hi everyone, I'm from Blue Chip Study Abroad Consultancy. We have our representative Mr. Jawad here from Zaporizhzhia State Medical University. So we are going to talk about the benefit of overseas education, MBBS in Zaporizhzhia University. Yes. Can you say about your university, where it is located and which country it is?
First of all, I'd like to thank to Blue Chip and thank to you, Movin ma'am, that you've been invited for us here. And I would like to talk about Zaporizhzhia State Medical University. We have Zaporizhzhia is located in Ukraine, in the eastern part of the Ukraine. And Ukraine, comparatively from other countries, it is a safe for any student. And more than, as if now, I believe more than 12,700 students are currently studying in Zaporizhzhia, and more than 2,200 students are studying in Zaporizhzhia State Medical University.
So how far this MBBS is, here we need NEET basically.
Right.
Yeah. Do you need NEET for university?
Yes, we do require a NEET according to the MCA rules and regulations. The student has to be registered in the NEET, so that once they fly to the Ukraine or any other country, especially when you talk about Ukraine also is considering NEET students to be come back to for the MBBS studies over there, even in Zaporizhzhia also.
So do you have any other entrance test or the percentage from the Indian higher secondary school?
We do have a 50% of cutoff marks that a student need to have minimum 50% in POC. That's in 12th or high school. And then passed, you have to basically clear your NEET so that you can come down and take an admission in Zaporizhzhia State Medical University.
But if at all the candidate want to come back to India and then wanted to start their medical profession in India, then they have to undergo for NEET or?
NEET PG they have to undergo. Basically according to the rules of the MCA, they have to go through with that. They have to write a NEET and they have to pass out the NEET, then they will get a PG admission. Even in Zaporizhzhia, if you see, we have a PG option also. The student can directly take admission after MBBS.
Without NEET?
Without NEET. At that time they don't require. They are doing MBBS 6 years plus PG there.
Okay, if they want to move to other countries?
Yes, they can.
Okay, fine. And how the Indian students are they safe over there in their country?
Yes, it is 100% safe. Even if you see the crime ratio of the country wise, it is into very less. It is into a 0.00% over there. And secondly, especially when you talk about Zaporizhzhia, a state medical university, we have a very big, huge campus where everything, all the facilities, like your academic buildings, your hospital, your even for the students, the hostels has been provided inside the campus of Zaporizhzhia State Medical Institute. And here I would like to add one more thing, like Zaporizhzhia is live on YouTube every time. A student can view by sitting in home, by anywhere, like even the parents also can log into ZSMU live and they will get a live camera over there. So you can imagine the safety measures are being taken care more in country also, even especially when you talk about Zaporizhzhia. We have all the Indian students who will be accommodated inside the campus, inside the hostel of the campus there. So when you talk about safeties.
And if the parents are allowed to come over there along with the students?
100%. Zaporizhzhia State Medical is the first medical university who introduced this program, that they will be inviting the parents to come down to Zaporizhzhia State Medical Institute to look out the facilities, look at the culture, how they are maintaining for the Indian student. And they are 100% allowed, and we're going to give the invitation for them if they were willing to come down to Zaporizhzhia.
Okay. How the admission process is working out? First you will be taking their mark sheet and then the admission goes on? How it is?
Yeah, it is basically goes with the flow of we will get the admission letter firstly. So to get the admission letter, we need to require their 10th, 12th and NEET passed out score. Then after that we will process for the invitation letter. At the time of invitation letter, we might require their 3 original marks cards plus the passports and the other requirement like ID proof of the person. Then we will process for the visa once the invitation comes out. So admission letter takes a minimum 3 to 4 days of working time. Then visa invitation is 1 week. Working days basically. We never considered Sunday into a working day. So that is 1 week, and after that 15 days of process for visa stamping.
So basically in India it is 5 years MBBS. How about in Ukraine?
Ukraine it is completely 6 years of MBBS, 3 years into your theoretical part and 3 years into your clinical rotations. So students will have three divisions over there, so that they will be having total 6 years of course.
6 years of course. How many years is clinical rotation? How many years is
3 years into a theoretical part and 3 years into a clinical rotation.
Why the difference in
See, according to the health ministry of the Ukraine, they have something called, CROC 1 exam also. What they do, the first 3 years they give a theoretical part to you knowledge. In the 3 years, what they do, they will analyze your capability and eligibility, whether you are able to move on. So they have one step 1 that is called as CROC 1 exam. So that is being conducted after your completion of 3rd year. So if you pass out that one, you will be moving on to 4th year. So compulsory they need to pass, and we have Zaporozhye is having that 100% passing ratio.
Okay, so these students will finish their MBBS within 6 years. The internship will be on the 6th year. I mean,
after the completion of 6 years.
Oh, after the completion of the 6th year, 7th year will be the internship.
If they want to start with the PG, then they can go with the PG. Or if they want to come back to India, the same process. Like when they come back, NEET PG, pass out, then you're gonna get the internship.
Or again, if they want to do their PG in India, then again NEET is required. Suppose if Zaporozhye University continuing their PG there, and they want to move to UK or Australia or other countries,
right?
What is the process?
From the 3rd year, we have a pattern that we keep asking. I mean, we are basically ask the student which country they are preferring to go. Few of them tell, I want to go to USA. Few of them tell, I want to go to UK. Few will tell, I want to come back to India. So what we do, we start training from the 3rd year itself.
What is the examination called?
We have MCI exam. We keep giving the coaching for them once they come back to India, so that they can be able to clear the MCA exam. That is FMG.
MCA is for India.
So secondly is for UK. If you go, it is a PLAB exam, PLAB. So they have to come up with a PLAB. So we'll start giving the coaching for the PLAB. If they want to go to USMLE, we'll start training for the USMLE step 1, step 2 and everything.
So USMLE for US?
US.
Okay. So if they finish or PLAB test or USMLE or MCA, they can go to the desired country?
100% they can be able to go there. And moreover, many of the students would like to go to UK and USMLE because they prefer the degree is valid throughout the world. So when they complete the PG over there, when they come back to India or anywhere in the part of the world they go, they'll be recognized as a doctor. So after that, they will not have to write any entrance exam. So when they do the PG over there.
So what basically you're trying to say, they can finish their MBBS, they can also finish their PG with this concentration like ortho or pediatrician or gynec, whatever, they can focus there itself.
Yes, they can focus there itself, and plus there is a benefit for the students. Like according to their interest, we'll start giving the coaching for them because we ask the question particularly which country you want to go. If the student is telling I want to go to India, he will get the MCA coaching. If he's telling he want to go to UK, we'll give him PLAB. If he's telling he want to go to US, we will give him a USMLE exam. So we have an option in Zaporozhye for a PG also. If student is telling I want to get settled down in Zaporozhye, I want to settle down in Ukraine. So at that time there is no entrance exam for the PG.
So this entrance test and all will be conducted in your university, or it is decided they have to move to the country to write?
No, they have to through online. It's all exams through the
online. They can finish.
They can be able
so they can finish USMLE step 1, step 2.
Yes.
Also they can finish it, right? Okay. And what is the difference between Russian studies and then Ukraine studies, or how you want to differentiate your university as well as the country?
See, country-wise, if I talk, Russia is also, Ukraine also was part of Russia. Now recently they have been divided. It's been many years now. So Ukraine has their own similar. It is all to a similar. It comes to the Russian part only. But now the Ukraine has their own Ukrainian language, what they preferring to talk about it, and the Russian has the Russian culture, and they talk only in the Russia.
Okay.
So when you talk in country-wise, Ukraine is having a 6 years of course. Even Russia is also having a 6 years of course. There is no differentiate. But when you talk about the universities, we see into the results, like FMG results. Because that's where the question arises for the student, like especially for an Indian student who is going for abroad. They think, okay, if I'm going to abroad, what is the benefit like when I come back to India? So our student who has written the exam, who has studied in Zaporozhye so far, so many years. If you talk about 2019 results, we have a FMG passing ratio which is nearly to 72%, and still we are able to get more results out of it because few results have not come down. 120 plus students has been appeared, and more than 80 plus students has been passed out over there in FMG of India.
Okay.
So when you compare about the education, so results matter. So ultimately when you see the result, that is where you can consider whether it is a good university or whether it is not so good university. So we have a very different, way of making our students into doctors. We give them a good lecture. We have, in fact, if you see the ratio of the students with the lectures, it's 1:1. Sometimes in the practical, clinical rotations as well. And when you talk about the theoretical part, it's 1:10. One teacher, 10 students. So especially in India, what happens? If you have one student, if you have one lecture, you have 10, you have 20, 50, 30 students like this. So there in the foreign education, it is not like that. It is 1:10 or 1:1.
So they can close the syllabus.
They can 100%. They'll be very close to the lectures. Right.
But how come 12,000 students are studying in your...
12,700 plus internationally I'm talking about, the overall international students, even including Zaporozhye, including the Ukraine, including other countries.
Okay.
Only if you separately see it is 1,300 plus students are studying only in Zaporozhye, only from India.
Okay, that's great.
So we have more than 1,000 students. It's a huge number.
Okay.
The students who are studying in Zaporozhye, especially as current situation now.
And what about the fees facility? Suppose if you want to talk about the fees, here the cost of living, basically parents they get fear about the cost of living,
right,
as well as the tuition fee. It may be MBBS mean it is huge. I have to invest 50 lakhs or 1 crore.
Right.
This is the fear they have it. How you wanted to explain about this?
I will tell parents not to worry in terms of fees, okay, because here we have an option. Every year you can be able to pay your tuition fees. So yearly wise you can be able to pay. It's like every year you can be able to divide your whatever the amount is coming up. And living cost, when you compare from India, it's...
What about the every year? What do you mean by every year? How much is it?
It's nearly 3 lakh rupees
per year.
Per year, you can say.
So 3 lakh is for the whole 1 year.
It's a tuition fees for the whole 1 year.
How many semesters they have?
We have 2 semesters. Even from the second year, what is the option for them? They can pay through semester wise.
Oh, they can pay semester wise.
From second year.
So that means they have to invest 3 lakhs in the beginning, and then second year onwards they can pay 1.5 lakh. No,
it's like first year, whatever the package has been given, that they'll clear the first year. First year there will be nothing into it. Second year, when they go to second year, it is third semester for them.
Right.
Third semester, half of the tuition fees they can pay.
Okay.
And fourth semester, half of the tuition fees they can pay. They have an option from the second year. So that they can divide the tuition fees into 2 parts.
So they have investment for basically every year 3 to 3.5 lakh.
3 to 3.5. See, basically if you talk about the dollars, okay, when I would like to give a clear picture over here, 4,500 is the tuition fees for the university. That is the tuition fees.
That is for the whole 1 year.
That is for the whole 1 year. Then if you talk about living expenses, it's very cheap. It's like hardly $100, which is if you convert it into Indian rupees, 7,000 rupees.
$100 is for the food.
For the food.
What about accommodation?
See, according to the situation, okay, I would like to tell there was few changes what we have done in Zaporozhye. Before it was $800 for the students. Now we have reduced down to $500 because of the situation of the COVID. So we have given them an option to come back. With a very less package, and it is hardly $500 for them.
$500
per annum. It's for complete year.
So $500 is for the whole
year.
Whole year is $500.
$500.
The accommodation. This $1,000 is for the whole 1 year.
$100.
First year.
$100. $100 is for a food, monthly expense, and your whole year staying in the hostel, it is around $500.
Okay, it's actually good to hear about this because the parents can afford. Fine. And what else, basically this is all an important situation. Indian parents are really scared about this COVID time now.
Right.
When is expected to be open? Is it after relaxation or what are the possibilities now to move on next?
See, possibilities according to the situation. We are
When is intake now?
Intake is now. It is going to be in the normal September and October intake will be there, and the student possibility of flying from India to abroad. So that depends completely on the ministry level. So we have to wait for it. The second option, what we are looking out here, a student can opt for an online education.
Okay.
Because when you see the COVID situation, we have all the students inside the hostel. None of them are trying to come out, and we're not letting them to come out from the hostels. And we have been provided complete online education for 8 hours and 9 hours minimum every day, which is going over there. So in fact, we hope that if it's something like that is happening, the borders are not opening, the student might be able to opt for online classes, a minimum period of 6 months. Because we need to have a backup option, so that's where we are looking, so that Indian students especially who are willing to dream to become a doctor, to become the successful doctor, they really want to go outside and study, because comparatively when you compare, the cost of the MBBS is also a little bit higher side. So those students are really, whom they are planning, they can come to Zaporozhye State Medical University of the college and look into the best facilities and become a good doctor here. And that's what I can say, like, it's a very less amount, you can say it's very lowest cost for them.
It's very
comparatively from other countries and other universities also. And facilities, safety, security is also there. Almost, it's been more than 1,000 plus 200 students are studying, so they are also very safe, nothing worried for them.
So maximally you will get the students from which part of India, more students?
See, we have the students who come down from, especially from south, even north also they have come down few. We have a different culture, but especially when you see, we a little bit have students from all over India, a few parts.
You have all part of India?
All part of India.
Students.
We have a good number of students.
Okay. The students, will they have a backlogs while they're pursuing the education? Like they're not able to cope up? You are giving them support for their...
Yes, we give them extra classes if they are willing to come down. See, it's all about the student interest. Okay, we are ready to give them anything. I mean, whatever the education we are looking out for. So when they come up to us for our lectures, for our doctors, 100% they will get some benefit out of it, so that they will be giving the extra classes, or they will be getting something extra towards it, so that they can be recovered their exams or the subjects what they have not able to clear it, so that we can help them out.
Okay. How many years old is this university basically?
Ma'am, this is 117 years old university, ma'am, and moreover, as if now if you see, it has been crossed 117 years in Zaporozhye State Medical University. And it has his own 9 hospitals also having. The students can be able to go to a clinical rotation as well.
Other hospitals. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Jawad. I think the students have got much information about the university and studying in Zaporozhye State Medical University. Now, when it comes to Blue Chip, our services, right from the admission, then documentation, counseling, like how far you can choose this course as best for your career, and then filing for the university, and then taking care of your visa document, then going ahead with the travel assistance and financial assistance, all the way we'll take care. And please bring your parents. You can register in the online to get yourself to enroll in the university. There will be a link. Thank you so much for the time you're watching this video. Thank you.
Alright students, so I guess I would like to thank firstly for Mobeen ma'am and to her team, so basically who brought me here to just introduce our Zaporozhye and Blue Chip. For any information related to Zaporozhye, you can just contact to Mobeen ma'am. Especially for a Blue Chip, they have a very good assessment towards regarding the travel-ins, regarding any part of the documentation, whatever the issues, or if you have any doubts, they'll be there right there to help you out. Even every time, every seconds, whatever the doubts you are looking out for. So I think you can contact to them, so that they'll be able to help you out to get the admission in Zaporozhye State Medical University. And I'd like to thank you for Blue Chip, and thank you once again. Thank you, Mobeen ma'am.